Hey, happy Friday, everyone. Dominique Anderson here. Super glad to have everyone on Friday. I hope everyone's feeling well, staying dry, staying cool. Dominique Anderson, Populace Community Strategy. And of course, I get to talk about one of my favorite things today, which is youth and youth empowerment. I am a real estate development consultant and coach. But at the end of the day, I really am an educator. I come from educators, and this is my passion. And so at Populous, while we work with municipalities and developers and nonprofits and educational institutions to figure out how to create that bridge with communities, we also are very much at a space where we realize that the next generation has to not only have an understanding of development and understanding how to build business, but it really kind of all goes together. And quite frankly, Aspire to Develop is kind of a culmination of all the things that I've done. So I'm absolutely thrilled to launch and announce Aspire to Develop. It's a program that we built, really kind of groundbreaking program designed to equip high school students with the skills and the knowledge and the mindset to become mission driven leaders, social entrepreneurs, and community focused real estate developers. I really think all those things kind of have to go in a box together because we need these individuals to understand how do you start and set up a business with a heart, because that's what social entrepreneurship is. How do you lead with a mission and with your people in mind? And then how do you develop communities without the community, right? You can't. So you really should put community first. So if we're community focused, how are we always building the attainable, affordable housing and the market rate housing? How are we building businesses that neighborhoods and communities need to thrive and be great? And the younger that we can start this conversation, the better, right? And so that you have a group of individuals who are now on fire to do this thing before they have bills and debt and adulting, right? And so let's start that conversation early and often. And so, we believe that young people have the power to transform our cities, and we're committed to providing them with the tools and support that they need. So, this is where Aspire to Develop came from. Aspire to Develop really is about this next generation of great thinkers, doers, and leaders. And so, we're really thrilled to announce that Aspire to Develop will be launching in the spring of 2025. So, this coming spring, our program will offer immersive learning experiences, mentorship, hands on projects, empowering students to develop real world solutions to community challenges. Very exciting. Right? And so we're going to announce, so we have 4 cities that we're focused on, right? And we're doing a lot of the deep dive and the back work and the connections and kind of inside, if you will. I have a lot of these, right? But my team has varied in different areas. And so we're really focused on 4 vibrant cities, but we know that we're ultimately going to scale this to nationwide because everywhere needs this. But we're focused on Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, Dallas, Fort Worth, and then Houston, right? And so in Texas. There are other Dallas and other Houstons. So just wanted to make sure everybody knew it was Texas and Tennessee. And so our goal is to create this network of young leaders who are passionate about building strong, inclusive communities, right? We want to make sure that we not only provide the knowledge, but the mentorship. The program it'll meet for 4 months, and it's on Saturdays and on Thursdays. So Saturdays are live in person. It's a full day, right? A full in-person day. And then on Thursdays, we do a virtual meeting for 2 to 3 hours to talk through, other points. We also will have field trips and explorations into projects, right, that are happening. Affordable housing, community focus, community events, right? So we really are creating a broad view for the students to, if they decide to graduate in the 12th grade and want to become real estate developers. In Tennessee, at least I know, they can now get their real estate license at 18 without the cost barrier. And so, we want to provide something that because we talk to developers, all day, every day, we know that it has to trend younger. And we know that we need to give them the tools to really be able to step out. So this is youth empowerment. It is economic empowerment. It is community development, community empowerment, right? We're really trying to we've put this little mix together so that we can do these things, but we can't do it alone, right? I have these crazy ideas, and then I have a very small but mighty team of people that I navigate these things through. We have some great partners. Our model is navigational, but we can't do it alone. We know that you can run faster together, right? And so we need your support. We need your support as parents to learn about our program, send emails, ask questions, schedule time with me. I answer the questions, right? And so ask those questions, and happy to have those answers in those conversations. We also need you as business owners, of practitioners of this development space, of community space. We need you to be volunteers. And so we haven't announced our city yet. The city that we're going to do our pilot in, our first program, we will announce that city from those four core cities. But we also have, because of that online component, and then just thought leaders. We need volunteers to be thought leaders and to help us think through some of the things. We have our curriculum, but you know what? It could always be better. I remember being a teacher, and I knew, you know, two Spanish teachers were better than one. And so I had Spanish teacher friends that I would throw things at, and we would come up with all these cool things together. And so I always know that we're better together. So I need someone that does curriculum to look at these things and say, hey, what about this? Or hey, maybe this isn't it, right? And so we need partners, we need volunteers, we need mentors. The goal, we'll have 25 students in each cohort. So the goal, 10th through 12th graders, is for each of them to have a mentor, not just one kind of blanket person, right? But we want to have a mentor for each person. So as they're standing up, you may be a developer, you may be a community focused individual, an organizer, you may be an entrepreneur, you may be a social entrepreneur, right? You may be an executive director of a nonprofit, you may be a leader that's really passionate and fiery and really getting things done. All of you all fit in that box of mentorship. We want to have great mentors for each of our students. And you think, well, 10th grade's too young, they're not going off yet. But no, that's perfect, because that's when you really have to start thinking about, we want to spur more young people to think about, what's next? What am I doing? What's the goal? What's the passion? What's the fire? So that they leave high school with some idea. It may not be college, and that's okay. But it may be college, right? And they may build those networks and the other pieces to really go and do this work. Whatever it is, you're an incredible part of the puzzle, and we need you. So we need you as mentors and as volunteers. If you visit our website, just the populacecommunity.com, POPULACE community.com, is our general Populace page. And there's the Aspire to Develop program on there. In addition to your time and talents, of course, we'd love your money. And so Populace Community Strategy is a social venture. We are driven by making the money to do good and then repeat, right? And so we think first, what are we doing? So 40% of our profits goes into Aspire to Develop. So we're not just out asking you and then not putting any skin in the game. We've got our own skin in the game, right? And so we stand these things up because we know that they'll work. But we have levels of supporters. You're not donors, you're supporters, because it's not nonprofit. And as a storied social entrepreneur, we can also have that conversation. We can have it over coffee or cocktails, whatever makes you happy, or lunch, right? We can have that conversation. But in West Tennessee, there are 11,000 nonprofits, or some number around there. I would rather be a part of a different solution than jumping inside of that solution. So I believe in the power of social entrepreneurship. All that said, we put 40% in, and we would love to have other supporters. If you go to the website, there are the levels of support, how you can give and be a supporter of this program. And so, we invite everyone to be a part of this process. We know what we've built. We love what we built. We want to hear from you all. We want to have your students be a part of this, apply to be a part of this, your interest form, everything is on the website. Go there, click the form, send the information. And so, by joining us, you're not just supporting the program. You're definitely not supporting me. Doesn't fill my pocket one way or the other, but you are supporting youth. You're investing in the creation of a brighter future for community. You're investing in communities. Those 4 cities that we listed, Memphis, Nashville, Dallas, Fort Worth, and then Houston, those are all cities that I understand, right? I understand those cities have some touch point with all of those. The team and the partners that we have at Populace all have touch points in each of those cities, right? And so I understand how this program would work in each of those cities. And so happy to talk to anybody that's in any 4 of those areas, right? And so you're a part of creating something greater. And in Memphis, we definitely are looking for, Memphis and Nashville, Houston, everywhere is looking for opportunities for the youth to get a jump on what's next. So, together we can cultivate a new generation of leaders who are committed to building a better world. They want to have their foot in development and in real estate and in nonprofit and social entrepreneurship. They want to build businesses that are smart, scalable, and good, right? And so, with that, I'm just going to say that Aspire to Develop is where young minds meet real world impact. And we would love to have you be a part of it. We would love to have your students be a part of it. Have a great weekend and thank you.